So, you know, there's millions of watch collectors around the world, man. There are so many different brands to go after, so many different labels, so many names, movement types. I mean, where do you even start when you go look for a particular watch? What is your biggest interest? What is your attraction to watches or horology as a whole? Well, I just want to dive into a particular watch. Welcome back into the show, everybody. We're going to be talking about that Tissot 1938. I know you guys saw the thumbnail. So here's the deal with this watch. Before we take a deeper dive into it, I had to do some research and look at the Tissot brand, right? 1853. This is when this brand kicks off. And they're producing watches during the 30s. Great Depression. Now, here's the crazy thing. I researched and seen what the average American was making, right? White America, there were a group, families, that were making around $1,300 per year. Then in the black communities, they were making anywhere from $410 to $940, $950 per year. And I was looking under like people that worked in sharecropping and things of that nature. But Tissot as a brand, when this particular watch came out, which I don't know if you guys know this or not, they were the first company on paper to have an anti-magnetic watch. So you have this with the small seconds. Now you have a remake, and we're going to get into it in a second, man. But like, do you know that Tissot at the time ranged anywhere from $214 to, what was it, over $440? So, you know, anybody that was making $900, even the $1,300 per year, this is just a dream. Just look at it from this standpoint. You imagine if you were back in that time and you were only making, 42 cents an hour. It depending on what city you were in, 55 cents an hour. And you worked all day, and when you had to go in the town to get your groceries and whatnot, you're looking at the cars, and the guys that's getting out has one of these watches with a small second on it. You could only dream of what that looked like. Now, I can't speak for anybody else, but I know the history of members of my descendants in my family. Some had Timex. That's been a part of our family for a long time. So, and that was a cheaper watch back then. So I'm going to flip the camera and get a closer look at this 1938.
Because the 30s was the first decade where wristwatches outsold pocket watches.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the 1938. Reissue. Okay. Tissot created watches back in the day that had anti-magnetic properties, and now we're fast forwarding to a watch. This is a certified chronometer. I wanted to bring this out to show you that there were people in America that didn't make that in a year. Yet we can go out and put this on a credit card or pay cash, or whatever the case is. I mean, you may go to an AD, or you may have a situation where you got some other watches you want to trade. But this 1938 is one of the first watches I've seen that is chronometer certified for that price. And then there's actually, there's one that's 825. It doesn't have the small seconds. Hold up. Sorry, let me get my assistant. So peep this out. You see that, man? That right there is so classic. Man, when I saw this watch, I said, you know what, I really like this. And I saw there was a number of watches in the case. I saw this watch at Trifecta. And, man, I just want to give a shout out to Jake, man, for just allowing me to, you know, come in and video and, you know, showcase these watches. That's super dope, man. Super dope. Historically speaking, I love the patina look to this watch. I do. I really enjoy this. And I know it's a 39mm timepiece. This is not going to work for everybody. But I've tried it on. It's a very comfortable watch. And I think I'm more attracted to two things. The way the watch looks, I love that small seconds. And I know right now, one of the most hyped things that's on the market is the GMT function of watches. they're putting GMTs in Presage cocktail times, you know, over on Seiko. But that small seconds is, I like that. But this thing, just having it being certified, Chronometer certified, having that sign rotor, man, that thing is beautiful, man. 27 joules. And just knowing this thing went through testing, it has certification. I don't know, man, it's a whole different level. So, like, back in the 30s, they didn't have the same vibe we got now. They do not. They had one watch. They had one watch. We got multiples. Man, and just look at that crown, that little small onion, man. This thing is dope. This thing is dope. I really like it. I love the bracelet. Easy clasp, man. This thing is ease of use. Man. So this is what I'm telling you. This is what I'm telling you. Let's get real personal. Some of you guys know me personally, and you know what I like to collect. You know that I've been very, very, very selective in what I was adding to my collection and what I was considering adding to my collection. With Tissot, there are a number of watches they have in their collection, man. And I mean, the company can be doing bad. Matter of fact, Morgan Stanley report is showing that they're doing amazing. I think they were in like the top 10, you know, as far as market share. And they sold millions of watches in 2023. I mean, the PRX is still going crazy, man. And if you had an opportunity of getting that Damian Lillard, man, that is a historical piece at this point. I don't know if you know that or not, man. But that is just showing the times. I don't care if you're going to get the watch or not. I personally don't. You know, and of course, it'll work out for Jake because this watch comes from Trifecta. I'm just advising you, go call him or text him or whatever the case is. I left information down in the description. This isn't a review of this watch because I'm going to tell you off top, I like it. I think it's a dope watch. Does it need to be in my collection? Of course it needs to be in the collection. You know what I'm saying? The collection. This is one of my recommendations for you guys that are watching. If you made it this far in the video, man, I appreciate it. But like, before you buy another watch, man, and if you're going to spend the money, because this is $1,000, and that may be way out of the price range. I think I ain't going to say I think, that's well worth it in comparison, because I think the only other watch that I know that I can think of off the top of my head that's Chronometer certified, I just put it up on the screen because I just had a brain freeze. I couldn't even think of the watch. But like that's like, it's like 1,500. Was the Reef or the Essence, one of the two, or maybe both of them? I'm not sure exactly. Y'all saw what picture popped up. But the thing I'm saying is, I'm not telling you guys to chase the watch just because of the Chronometer certification. But just think about it. If you don't have one of these in your collection, I think it is a great touch. That is something nice to add because they go through extra testing. They go so far because y'all know that a quartz watch is going to be more precise than one of these. And that's all it is. And all I'm saying is this watch is precise until it's not. And then you get it serviced or whatever. But until that time happens, if I'll ever get it serviced, I just like the watch. I'm enjoying my my watch collecting. I'm enjoying the information that I'm learning about these watches, and I hope you are too. Down in the description is a number of links to the places that I've been to that have watches like that at a great price. All right, so with that being said, I'm out of here. Let me get out the park because this park hasn't been this noisy. I just came in at the wrong time of day, but I just wanted to get out, holler at y'all, show y'all this watch, and tell y'all what I was thinking about it. You know what I'm saying? All right. So, live Sunday. So if you caught this today, Saturday, May the 4th be with you. I'll see you guys tomorrow on live, 6 p.m. Eastern. Don't miss it, man. I hope I see you guys there, man. It's an open forum. Everybody's invited. Let's get it, man. So until the next lightning strike, y'all be blessed.